And so bad news, lean beef patty is no longer lean. And so I have bad news. The diet needs to stop. Coach Greg, in today's video, lean beef patty has bad news. And I've already watched a video and I realized this about the sad passing of her dog, Chili Dog. And so rest in peace, Chili Dog. But what I want to talk about in this video is that I also have some bad news. And the bad news, and lean beef patty knows it, is that her diet isn't going so well and it's causing her to develop body dysmorphia.
Okay, so today is a leg and glute workout. I finally made it past the weird part of the cut where you feel really cruddy because you're eating less.
And it's leg and glute day and she's warming up on the treadmill and she says she's finally made it past the cruddy or the shitty part of the diet. And so she says you feel like shit, you're not feeling very good. And the reason for this is because you're in a calorie deficit. You're eating fewer calories than your maintenance. But the problem is you haven't dropped any body fat. Okay, I want to educate you. When you eat in a calorie deficit, you're going to burn body fat. There is no weird part of the diet where you magically are in a calorie deficit and you're losing all kinds of weight and none of it is fat. When you go on a calorie deficit, it doesn't take weeks for your body to start burning fat. It's most likely going to happen on day 1, perhaps on day 2, but certainly not weeks. The first thing that's going to happen when you go on a calorie deficit is your muscle glycogen stores are going to go down. And with that, you're going to lose more water. And so in the first week of dieting, expect the scale weight to go down faster than last time. But unfortunately, that rapid loss you see in the first week, it isn't all fat. A lot of it is going to be water. But lean beef is stating that none of it is fat. And so this is just not true.
But you still have all the amount of fat that you started with. So you're just super flat, feel like poo, not leaner at all than when you started.
And so she says after the diet starts, you're essentially just flat. You feel like poo, which is essentially dog shit. You feel like garbage. You have no energy and you haven't even lost any body fat. And so what would be the point? Well, she's saying that you have to keep going. You have to stick to the diet because eventually your body's now going to burn body fat. Now, one thing she said is true is that you're going to look flat. Flat just means that the muscles don't pop so much. And the reason for that is because they have those reduced glycogen stores. With lower carbs in your diet, less calories, you have less muscle glycogen. And so the muscles just don't have the same fullness as they once did. But remember, this is to be expected when you go on a diet. It's inevitable. But you are, of course, burning body fat. And so here's the thing, and this is what I really want you to pay attention to. Pay attention right now. If you're feeling like shit on a diet after only 1 week, your diet has to stop now. Not later, not in a couple weeks, not in a month from now, right now. Because guess what? Every single week that you diet, you're going to feel worse. Not better, but worse. The lower your body fat levels drop, the less energy you're going to have. You don't suddenly start feeling amazing weeks into a diet. The further you go below your body's genetic set point for maintaining body fat, the more shitty you're going to feel. And so if you go on a 12-week cut and in the first week you're feeling like poo, you're feeling like garbage, you're looking flat, nothing's going right, you need to stop the diet. I mean, obviously I could suggest you read my freaking Circle Diet book or Cookbook 3.1, but everyone already knows that. I mean, obviously you're dieting using my cookbook. But even with my cookbook, if you're feeling like dog shit the first week, you need to consume more calories. Perhaps you're dieting too hard. When you go on a cut, it shouldn't feel like misery. It should feel easy. The first week should be the easiest of all. It's only going to get harder from here.
So I'm past that to the point where I do feel like I'm leaner. But now, like feeling uncomfortably small.
And so her words, not mine. Don't write in the comment section that I'm an a-hole, that I'm treating her like garbage, that I'm just a drama Coach Greg. Because she's saying she's dysmorphic. She's now at the point of the diet where she's feeling dysmorphic, and by that she means she feels small. She has body dysmorphia. Look at her physique right now. She's walking backwards on the treadmill. All I see is amazing thighs, great quad development, the hamstrings. We see the abs, the shoulders, the triceps. The girl has more muscle than last time. She looks exquisite, but yet she feels small. And all the while, she's feeling like poo, like dog shit. Why? Because she's in a calorie deficit, she's on a diet. And for what? You're going to tell me that it's smart or intelligent behavior to go on a diet knowing that you're going to feel like dog shit? That you're going to feel small, flat, not have energy? Why would you do it? After all, does she not already look incredible? Before this diet began, remember, I already made a video on this. All shit on Coach Greg. Oh, he doesn't care about anyone. Did I not say she looked incredible? I said, why is she dieting? Oh, she has the right to die. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, but should she? But should she? And do I not have the right to comment based on my experience, based on what I know, that it's probably not smart for somebody who formerly had an ED to suddenly be going on a diet when she's already very lean? Do you not remember her name is Lean Beef Patty? Why does she need to get leaner than last time? Imagine feeling uncomfortably small. And remember, she is a short queen. She's very short, but she's not saying she feels small because of her height. It's because of her lack of muscle pop from being in a calorie deficit. Less glycogen, less muscle fullness, she's feeling flat, less energy. It's all bad.
We're feeling good though. We're feeling good aside from the fact that feeling weak, but also not training the way that I was training before.
And so everything's good aside from the fact that she's feeling weak and unable to train the way she used to. Everything's hunky-dory. I'm going to argue that if you're on a diet and you can't train the way you used to, and that you don't feel as good, you don't have as much energy, that the diet isn't working.
I'm not training for strength right now.
But hey, she's justifying it because, well, she's not training for strength right now. There is no powerlifting competition in her. And so how does it matter if I get weaker? If I go to the gym and my gains are going down, I'm feeling weaker, I don't have energy, how does that matter? After all I care about is getting leaner. But at what cost?
I'm feeling very unfocused today.
And so she's feeling rather unfocused today. Well, can I suggest two things? One, you're probably unfocused because you're in a calorie deficit and you're having some brain fog. It's hard to focus when you're not eating enough food. And the second, I know you're sponsored by Gorilla Mind, but could you pick up a bottle of G-Focus? I mean, is there better product placement than this? The timing is exquisite. G-Focus. If you take G-Focus, you're going to be able to focus harder than last time. You'll have more energy. You'll be able to be locked in. If you're studying for exams, you're feeling a little off. Perhaps you're hungover. G-Focus, code Greg, 15% off. Click the link in the description. And so notice that deep breath, that sigh as she's lacking the energy. She's only just began her workout, and likely because she's in a calorie deficit, she doesn't have the same energy as before. And I noticed that she took Gorilla Mind pre-pump before her workout. But remember, the pump doesn't have any stims. It doesn't stimulate you. It doesn't give you a lot of energy. And so what I would suggest is hardcore pre-workout or pre-workout 3.0. If you don't have the energy to put out your best self during your workouts, you're not going to get as much out of your workouts as you could be. And so if you're interested in any pre-workouts, please visit my website, code Greg, 15% off.
I'm tired, but we will prevail. I could also change the rep range, but I'm not going to.
And so notice the lack of enthusiasm. I could change the set rep amount, or I could do this, I could change that, but I'm not going to. She just seems to be going through the motions. She doesn't have that je ne sais quoi, that joie de vivre. She does not seem particularly happy, and she keeps saying throughout the video, no bueno. That means not good. Coach Greg's been studying Spanish harder than last time. And so it's not good, why not make it better? Mejor bueno que la dernière fois. Coach Greg is more trilingual than frigging last time.
This is still challenging, and that was only set number 1.
And so she's already lacking energy. It's set number 1. She doesn't seem to have the energy to go harder than last time throughout her workout.
There was definitely too much intra-set stalling.
And so she says, look, I got through the exercise, but I was resting too much between reps during the set. Intraset stalling, she called it. If you're eating at maintenance, you know, main gaining, or perhaps eating from my cookbook, or taking harder than last time pre-workouts, I'm certain she would be able to complete more reps than last time.
Oh my gosh. No. No bueno. I definitely could have got that if I was stronger mentally.
And so she's saying if I were stronger mentally, I could have gotten that set. She says, no bueno. Listen, It wasn't a lack of mental fortitude. I watch you do all these sets, these reps. The intensity is amazing. She's pushing harder than last time despite being in a calorie deficit. It's because she truly has passion for the sport and because she can will her way to pushing this hard. Rare do you see anyone training this hard in the gym. This is not training half-assed. This is training harder than last time. She failed that rep because she wasn't strong enough to get it. And the reason she wasn't strong enough is because she wasn't consuming enough calories. And why isn't she consuming enough calories? Well, because she's on a diet. A diet that's led to her not feeling good, feeling flat, and feeling like she's small. And so, why are we dieting? And so, I have bad news. The diet needs to stop. And technically, is that bad news? Really? I would love to hear, hey, you don't need to diet anymore. You've done enough. You're good. Isn't that reason enough to celebrate? And so lean beef patty, why not stop the cut, eat some more calories, and you'll then feel so much better in the gym. The negative self-talk, it's not conducive to helping in any regards. The studies are very clear on this. People who negative self-talk, it's not doing them any good. Rather than focusing on the negative, I wasn't strong enough to get this rep. Why wasn't I enough? Why am I not strong enough to get this? I'm mentally weak. Rather than thinking that, why not think, when I get off this cut, I'm going to attack that weight. I'm going to go harder than last time next time I get to the gym. Two people can experience the exact same event. One walk away with positivity, the other negativity. I believe she's being negative about this. She's saying, I trained as hard as I could and I couldn't get that rep. I'd be thinking, I pushed as hard as I freaking could and I trained to failure. What is the point of training in the gym? To push harder than last time. She clearly trained harder than last time. She gave it her all. But because the reps or weight wasn't high enough according to her progressive overload, she didn't feel like she did good. My training methodology is this. You go to the gym and you train harder than last time. You can write out all you want. 100 pounds times 10 reps. Next time, 100 pounds times 11. The next week, 100 pounds times 12. But I'm telling you, might have a very good or very bad day. You're not always going to go up. You're not always going to get the reps programmed. But what you can always do is go harder than last time. You can do your best. You go to the gym and you train harder than last time. As hard as you can. And if you fail and you didn't quite push as hard as you thought, the next workout, you do better. On any given workout, you say, I'm going to try to do better than I did last day. Perhaps you don't, but you give it your all. And if you don't do so well, the next day you say, I'm going to try to beat my previous day. That way you always have a goal in mind. Doesn't matter if you get an extra rep, if the weight goes up, because after all, many people are just going to cheat the weight. They're going to use improper lifting technique, bad form, and so on. They're going to ego lift in the gym. But without ego lifting, without checking on the weight, you can push yourself harder. You could slow down the eccentric, pause the weight, use mind-muscle connection, anything to make it feel harder than ever before. And if you can't get it harder than ever before, pick up harder than last time. It's for the downstairs. If you're feeling soft, but you want to get harder, get a bottle of harder than last time. Code Greg, 15% off. Click the link in the description.
I'm gonna enjoy this in the car. It's 80-20 beef. I think I bought like 20 pounds of beef because it was like a deal if you bought more. I don't know why I just assumed it was 96.4.
And so here's the thing. Her name is literally Lean Beef Patty. She buys 20 pounds of beef without checking anything, just assumes it is what it is because, hey, it's going to be a better deal because I'm getting 20 pounds, only to discover it's 80-20 beef. Do you know what that means? It means that 20% of that beef is fat by weight. For every 100 grams, 20 of those grams are fat. 20 times 9 calories per gram is 180 calories from fat per 100 gram serving. 100 grams is a bit over 3 ounces. It's not a lot of beef. And so do you really want to consume the fattiest beef you can get? Really? Her name is Lean Beef Patty. She's on a diet. She's consuming 80-20 beef. 80-20 beef is very, very fattening. It's the cheapest, the crappiest cut of beef that I would never, ever consume. She meant to buy 96.4, only 4 grams of fat per 100 gram serving. Very healthy. And so here's some tips, and I teach these in my videos in the past and so on. When you cook your fatty beef, your hamburger, what you do is when you cook this fatty beef, the hamburger, you then strain it the way you would pasta. You put it under the sink and you rinse the fat out of the container. If you do that, you're going to eliminate a lot of the extra fat. And after all, if you are trying to save money and you're buying 80-20 beef and you get rid of that fat through the strainer, it's going to be a lot healthier. Many people are going to argue, yeah, but you're taking some of the taste away. Duh, we're getting rid of the fat. Doesn't that make sense? It's like consuming skim milk. Oh, it's not going to taste as good as homogenized or 2%. Well, maybe not. If you want to get all those extra fat grams, then by all means eat it. But if you're trying to be healthy, you don't use 80-20 fat ground beef. And so bad news, lean beef Patty is no longer lean. She's literally consuming fattier beef than last time. My favorite parts of the video is Patty doing all the exercises, Patty eating in the car, Patty saying no bueno. I love when she says Spanish words. When am I going to get comments about when I say Spanish or French words? I want the same comments in the comment section. If you like when I speak Spanish and or French, please comment Spanish or French harder than last time. Para hablas español and or francés. Rip Chili Dog, sorry for your loss. Chili Dog's spirit is unbreakable. Fucking A. Rip Chili Dog, we lost a good one. Rest in power, Queen. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you did in fact like it. Watch one of those 2 bloops, and don't forget about the cookbooks, the training books, the coaching plans by me and the team, all the harder than last time supplements. Also, the free diet and training program. Get over to the website, join the 300,000 plus newsletter subscribers, and until next time, I am out.